Peace and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bleeps and Bloops. Today's episode is about one of, if not the most recognizable organ piece in the history of music, Toccata and Fugue in D minor, BWV 565. Attributed to Johann Sebastian Bach, the exact date of when it was composed isn't exactly known. Some have it as early as 1704, while others place it closer to 1750, the year that Bach passed away. Today we will concentrate on the toccata portion of the piece. A toccata is a virtuoso piece of music from a keyboard or plucked string instrument featuring fast-moving or lightly fingered sections, generally emphasizing the dexterity of the performer's fingers. From the Italian word toccare, meaning to touch. The form first appeared in the late Renaissance period. It originated in northern Italy around the 1500s. Among the composers working in Italy at this time was a young man named Hans Leo Hassler. He brought it back to Germany where it underwent multiple transformations, culminating in the work of Johann Sebastian Bach more than 100 years later. The first time it was used in film was the 1931 movie Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Nowadays, this tune is often used when a scene calls for a spooky mood, although this wasn't always the case. And a perfect example is the first game I found this tune in, the 1982 arcade game Donkey Kong Jr. Since this time, it has appeared in many games, including almost every version of Gyrus, starting with the arcade version in 1983. My personal favorite there was from the Famicom Disk System. It's clear and crisp, with a good amount of bass. I do have to add, the absolute worst version in my opinion is from Dark Castle on the Sega Genesis. Even without the annoying sound effects of the enemies, you are left with a generic version that has that Genesis twang, along with just being repetitive. I would say the Amiga version of Dark Castle has better music, and this one came out 4 years before the Genesis version. To quote the nerd, I gotta ask, what were they thinking? And now, as always, let's take a look at how many games were inspired and implemented the piece. Basically, the plan is to upload a full montage later, because I know I will probably miss some games that have the piece. So if I let all the people watching comment with games that have it, then I will be able to include them in the full montage so we can make it the most extensive online. And if you submit one that I miss, you may find your comment in the full montage. So with no further delay, here are the games. So that's all we have for this episode. If you follow us on Twitter or like our page on Facebook, we sometimes ask for help when finding games that have the tunes we talk about, and if you help us out, you may find your comment in a video. So from now until then, I am still ICC, Thanks for watching. Peace.